major decision of 8-point serve, less than 11, and Oklahoma 5. And here we go at 158 pounds. Kelly Ward, twice national runner-up, the Big 8 champion. From Annapolis, Maryland for Iowa State. He's a senior, 21-3. He has been ranked number 1, although he lost to Dan Zilberberg. And Mark Nelson is his opponent.
Son, you can't back up. You got to
Mark Nelson from Oklahoma. He was third in the Big 8 at 150 pounds last year. He's a brother of Kenny Nelson, who was a national place winner last year at 126.
Well, right now, there's this spin through on behalf of Ward. He's going to score 2 off of this, I believe, Doug. It looks like it. He's got pretty good control if he can buzz around behind now right quick.
Well, that's one way to solve it.
I don't believe he got it, though. He stood them both back up. No control, went off the edge.
No, because Nelson managed to
just kind
step
of
across there.
It was a nice move on Ward's part, but near the edge, no points.
Should mention that Kelly Ward is going to get another shot at Dan Zilberberg in the East-West meet out in Corvallis on Tuesday night. It's the night after Iowa State wrestles down at Oklahoma State. And talk about toughies, there's another one.
There he goes in on Kelly.
Now
notice how he's got that arm trapped and the shoulder to the mat. There it is.
He just keeps coming. Now he has Nelson on his back. And
he's going to score a 3-point near fall there.
He has 50 seconds. 50 seconds here to hold on.
Got a lot of time. A lot of time.
You see how patient he is.
He's leading right now 5-0 with that 3-pointer. If he can put the shoulders down for the 1 count, it's all over.
He's trying to get the legs over.
It's rather interesting how he trapped that far arm and shoulder and then put the other arm around the waist for that Kelly and put him right to his back. Wow. He may score the fall here. He's got him in trouble. If he can...
And there's the official giving of the 3 points by Phil Henning. You don't get the 3 until after the situation has been resolved. It's 5-0. We're almost at the end of the first period.
We might add, too, Doug, for those that didn't catch it earlier, that on that near fall situation, if he puts him on his back for what is known as a near fall, 2-point near fall, if he holds him there uninterrupted for a 5 count, it's a 3-point near fall.
Time. Choice.
There's the end of the first period. Kelly Ward gets his pick. He says up. I like this.
Here we are. Notice how he's got that shoulder trapped in that arm. He comes over with the other arm around the waist. A lot of pressure. Puts him down for the 2 on the takedown, and he ends up with a 3-point near fall. So he leads 5-0 going into the second period on the top position.
Kept those hips coming all the time, all the way around. Now we're ticking in the second period.
Got a little bit high and off balance, and Nelson was able to get a kind of a forward roll for a 1-point escape.
Back in the middle.
5-1 is the score.
You know, as I look back, and I hate to remind people this once again, but that last match, I'm sure glad that Brown came out the way he did. He looked like a gangbuster the last 2 periods. He impresses me.
12-4. He's only a sophomore. Kelly Ward, wrestling a sophomore from Oklahoma here, Mark Nelson, from Midwest City, Oklahoma. There are a lot of home state boys in this team.
Circle, circle,
yes, there
circle.
is.
They have...
Let him on.
And near the edge of the mat right now, we'll probably blow the whistle for out of bounds here shortly. There it is.
Back to the middle.
We didn't mention earlier, probably as long as we got a little time out here right now, Doug, Iowa State, some of the Iowa State boys and where they're from. Don Finnegan, 118-pounder from Ames, Iowa. Preps there at the high school at Ames.
In on a double, very nicely goes Kelly Ward. He put his shoulder right on the belly button.
Spun around behind, off his knees, and there's the 2-point takedown.
7-1. This is Ward, one of Iowa State's biggies.
He's riding tough there on top, barring that near arm and getting the rear crotch ride, blocking off that head with his knee, as you'll note. He'd like to get him tipped for some fall points. Going back here, we might indicate too, Doug, Lawrence McKerney, 126-pounder from Albuquerque. We didn't mention that earlier. Mike Land, of course, our national champion at 134 from West Des Moines.
Use those legs
as a prep, Valley High School.
Yeah, Randy Conrad's from Illinois, Dave Brown's from Cedar Rapids. I think they say Marion now. They talk about, but he went to Kennedy.
Yeah, that's right, Kennedy High School, but I think he lists him as being from Marion.
Stalemate.
Kelly Ward's from Annapolis, Maryland, although he's really a hometown boy because his dad was a coach at Iowa State for a while.
Here's our takedown, just a double leg shot by Kelly Ward. Notice how he gets that head out to the side and spins around behind for the 2-pointer. It's important to get that head out to the side and get it up so you get a little bit more power with it and spin around behind.
There's Harold Nichols. I think he sort of enjoys watching Kelly Ward wrestle. They're up. Even now. Ward
Mark
loses Nelson. It's 7-2 now. Ward leads.
Nelson off of a sit-out maneuver for the one-point escape.
Looks like with that situation, it's a spin. Yes, absolutely. Ward gets two very quickly. Head and arm control in the front.
Nice job. Just spun around behind on him. Sometimes referred to as kind of a counter spin or a snap-down counter.
9-2. And Ward has all the riding time there is.
There's no doubt to who's got control of this match. Either Doug. Kelly has got definite control.
Work to the pin. Bottom man, you got to move.
Picks that far ankle, lifts the leg up so he can take him off his base.
Put his knee right on young Mr. Nelson's
well, he's blocking off that head, keeping Nelson from turning the other direction.
Ooh, that's tough on the vertebrae. And Mr.
Here's
Nelson.
our move right here now on that takedown coming up here shortly. You'll notice how he gets him down, spins around. There it is. Just puts his chest to the high back and spins around behind for two.
Okay, top man.
You hold something in one place and then run around behind it.
We used to kind of drill off of that. We just say drill a spike through the chest of one to the high back of the other and spin around behind. If you got his head going down to the mat, and he can't see where you're going, so you really just catch him out of position and off balance.
9-3. I know Kelly Ward would like to get a lot of points. He'd like to go all the way up to at least 12. And if he can get a pin somewhere along the way, okay. But after he reaches the magic number, then look out.
If he can right now leading 9-3 with riding time, it could conceivably be 10-3. If he can lead by 8 and fewer than 12, he's got a 4-point decision. If it's 12 or greater, he's got a 5-pointer.
Stands backing up. Warning for stalling.
You see the warning for stalling against Nelson backing up.
And then in goes Ward on that double. Boy, he just hangs with it. He stays with it. Now he has the underarm tied up, and he'd like to turn Nelson up on his back. It's 11-3 with riding time. But there's very little time left in the second period. It's almost over. There it is.
Third period. He's down.
Here's our move here right now. Notice how he traps that arm and shoulder. He comes in there deep on the crotch, and then he just kind of turns it into a double and spins him to the mat. Notice now he traps that arm again and puts the other arm around the waist, and there's his 2-point takedown. He has good control when he goes in there of his body. He keeps his base real well.
You see, he would have taken a fireman's carry if it had come open to him.
That's right.
The leg wasn't there, so he went under, and he went up into a double. He could have made it a Kelly. He's a very versatile fellow. There's Cy, the Iowa State mascot, over there. Well, keeping everybody entertained.
There comes a roll, kind of a sit out to coming out the back door, as we many times call it in wrestling, and hoping he can score a reversal. It looks like maybe he's going to score it too.
There it is.
Kind of a sit out and come out the back door.
Off the mat. You're still down, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma got 15 seconds worth of riding time out of that. 13-3 is the score. Iowa State leads in the team score 15-6. I tell you a while ago 5, I think, but of course Andre Metzger got the whole 6. Ready? With a pin of Randy Conrad.
He likes that sit out underneath, Nelson does, and he scored a couple off of it, but Kelly's been real effective on top. He's scissoring that near leg now, working behind the arms. He's kind of looking for an opening. He's riding a little bit loose, hoping that maybe Nelson will give him an opening and maybe he can score a fall here.
There's the half. Conrad still has enough in it to stay out of that.
He's got that head blocked off, got that far arm barred.
Grab the other arm.
I don't know if you can hear Harold Nichols over here to our left again, saying try the other arm.
Watch that, get the knee off the head there.
You heard the referee indicate get the knee off the head, and he's right. That could be lead into an unnecessary roughness type situation. He can block the head off, but he can't knee the head or in behind it with unnecessary roughness.
There's Harold Nichols on the right, Les Anderson. And the medical attendant right there in between. Takes the pulse of one, then the other.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know who he's really tending to, the wrestlers or the coaches at this point.
13-3 is the score. We're in the last 2 minutes of the match. Kelly Ward. Stalling, 1 point Iowa State.
14-3.
Top man, you got to work for that pin now.
Well, he might as well. He's got 12 points, which is a superior decision.
Sit there.
I think you'll see him. He's been loose on top there, looking for some openings, and that's using his head, and yet still not giving away his position.
He's thinking about jumping over to the other side.
There he comes. He got him tipped off the forearm bar and the chicken wing to the other side. He's got definite 2, and he's going to get 3. There's the three-pointer. He's held him there for 5 seconds. He's going to get the fall. I would think so, the way he's got him now tied up.
He's got 1 minute and 15 seconds left to do it.
He's got plenty of time, and he looks like he's flopped from here, but we're quite a distance away.
Kelly looks up. What do I have to do? Please, Phil, call it, he said. He still has 1 minute. There it is.
Well done. He just made up his mind to tip him and got it done. Chicken wing bar arm series.
Kelly Ward. And there's some of the happy people here at Hilton Coliseum who like to see that sort of thing out of their heroes. A fall in 7 minutes and 42 seconds over Mark Nelson, Oklahoma sophomore. Now you're looking at a freshman from Oklahoma, Jim Hall. He's from Lamar, Colorado. There's Kelly Ward.